All right, so here we go. King of the Hill, starting out with Tschjo going against Lazycat. It is going to be a Legion versus Protectorate match. So that's kind of exciting to start. And yeah, I'm excited. Definitely, by the way, I just hope that people kind of keep an open mind as we cast this. I know there's been like a lot of like drama around new RTS games lately. ZeroSpace we haven't seen in months, and they've done like a lot of changes. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what this is going to look like. But yeah, Prefect Aster coming out, and on this side, Kragar. One thing to mention, right? There are just some very limited creeps that are basically in the middle of the map at these towers that you can get. And by getting these, of course, you do help to level up your heroes a bit. The control towers, right? And yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I've put a lot of time into this game, but again, not on this particular patch. So Maran Mothership coming up. So this is going to be where you get the mercs, I believe, is how they switched this around. Before you just had like a standard merc building in your main base. So very different that way. There is a flux deposit in the main. I actually am already liking a lot of things that we're seeing. Like before, this Legion Laborer wouldn't mind flux, so it kind of just sat there and didn't do much. It just, you know, it helped make some buildings or whatever, and it seemed kind of not that useful or not that cool, so I like that. I also like seeing flux in the main base. That's something that I heavily suggest after our last King of the Hill, so that you could get out of really crazy, like, one-base cheesy plays. Looks like a little bit of a scout coming in. They are capturing these middle towers, and yeah, a little bit of a fight here, but they're gonna, you know, these fights are pretty straightforward. You're going to know exactly who's going to win or lose and change up how you're doing that pretty quickly. So they both go ahead, run away from each other. And yeah, we already have some mercs coming out. So the Maran hover tanks are, they have been pretty popular in the past. Definitely have seen them a bit before. Diving on this hero, he's going to get a kill. It looks like no, just barely jumps out of there. Oh, the Maran Mothership. I'm sorry. I guess this is not actually the production facility. This is actually a new Maran unit. Oh, that's interesting, actually. That didn't exist before last time. That was not one of the ones that we were seeing. I'm 99% sure on that. But yeah, anyways, the hover tank's coming in now. And yeah, definitely absolutely love the commandos. The commandos kind of remind me of Dawn of War Space Marines a little bit, and like Reapers as well from StarCraft. And yeah, some Chakru warriors coming out. You know, the Chakru stuff is always very popular, especially with Grell players. I thought he was not going for that though. I thought he was going Valkyru, but maybe he went Chakru instead, I guess. Yeah, I haven't seen the Chakru used as much, like with Protectorate. They were super, super popular with the Grell before. Grell is kind of like the Zerg-esque race. You know, one thing I got to say that is a little bit refreshing, I guess. I think that people are going to find this refreshing because a lot of people have whined about the graphics, which I don't care as much about with the other RTSs, but this is definitely a more kind of old school, kind of grittier graphic that we're seeing here on ZeroSpace. So I'm really interested to see what people's takes are on that, if they're enjoying this a bit more. By the way, we do have some additional thralls coming out. Those are some pretty beefy ones. You saw one almost getting targeted down. The warehouse coming up, allowing for a bit more tech on that side. Kind of like the layout of this map, to be honest. Looking at this, not too bad, not too bad. Both sides just on two bases right now. A little bit of pushing forward. Does have one of those towers down. That is one of the top bar abilities there for Legion. Now, a lot of movement, but we're not actually seeing that many engages right now. Specialized research lab up. Yeah, it looks like he's going to get a bit of damage on those Chakru warriors. Actually deals a reasonable amount of damage there. And he does have a Juggernaut out now. Juggernauts are quite strong. They were crushing in the last patch. Definitely one of the stronger units that you could get a little bit later on. The repair drone's actually moving around, so that's interesting. I guess that's one of the ways that you're going to build now. Not what I was expecting. The repair drone before, it just kind of floated above buildings and healed stuff that came up. So definitely a lot of reworking has occurred. Now, there's not like a lot of map objectives or anything. Okay, there's like a couple of towers that can be taken and taken back, and you see he's neutralizing, and they do some stuff for you. It's not super impactful, but I do enjoy that they're not just running around doing like objectives or anything like that. Yeah, catches one of these flux miners, which is kind of nice. Safely hidden, heals 25% movement speed and stealth. That's kind of neat. You can cloak your tank. All right. All right. All right. Well, they do come in and start to have this engagement. And it seems like Lazycat having a little bit of a hard time here. The Juggernaut is going to get picked off. Does get out of the way there. Oops. Accidentally hitting his own supply platform. So yeah, both sides on 3 bases. Well, actually 4 bases, because there's kind of like a sneak base in the bottom right there taken by Tschjo. Dude, the Chakru warriors are kind of funny. It's like they always have wind coming off of them. All right, some cultists coming out now as well. See, there is some veterancy going on. Not sure, honestly, how I feel about veterancy in RTS. I don't like the idea of any units leveling up that much, personally. Like, I know there are some heroes in this game, so, like, it just, you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, so that move was sick. Oh, my God. He used his stealth to go forward and then used the massive AoE and healed him. Dude, that was sick. Oh my God. It was like what Burrow Movement Ultralisk was supposed to be. Totally awesome there. Holy crap. He destroyed that battle with that. That was sick. I like that move. If I was a Legion player, I probably wouldn't, but that was all right. That was awesome. The Juggernauts, you know, they are very strong. That AoE they do around them. I've mostly seen that used against like Grell and stuff, right? Like people who are trying to swarm you, they try to surround that and you just like cook it. All right, backing up from that expansion. Just clearing some of these flux harvesters, it looks like. Value in death. All right. Efficient upgrades. All right, a Titan is out, and I think that's a completely new unit. The little graphic that they shows that used to be the Atlas, I want to say. I think I saw cats in chat, so you can definitely let me know. But it looks like it's using the image in the little bar at the bottom of the Atlas, but it's called a Titan right now, and it has some different actual graphics on screen. Anyways, we will see about that. He is diving up, but you can see just how strong those Juggernauts are when you try to surround them. And look at this other one just walk up and turn on its flames, dude. Oh, my God. So strong right there. All right, looks like another Moran mothership coming out. Still not exactly sure what the meaning of that unit is. And what? Hold on, what are those new tank units moving around right now? They remind me of the laser beam tanks. Moran Halo tank. Yeah, I think they are actually. Okay. It looks like their graphics got updated a bit. I don't recall them looking like that. But yeah, he's rotating down here a little bit. That is really getting to be a very strong looking army. Dude, it really, really looks like Lazycat just has a better army right now. Yeah, some Hellfires coming out. Those are very, very long range. Kind of more of a siege unit there. All right, nice fireball coming out here from our boy Gallivax. I've used Gallivax a lot in the past. That rolling fireball can be pretty damn good in some of these late game battles. All right, he is getting some picks in there as well. Definitely the Halo tanks helping out a lot, as you can see, putting out some very strong damage. Gallivax once again with the fireball. Ooh, dealing some real damage right there. He's going to be able to back up some of these Halo, or some of these Juggernauts rather. Took a lot of damage. And that right there is a heal, by the way, in case anyone was wondering. It's like a sacrifice of a Thrall to do an AoE heal. You can target that down during battle. I've actually played a very good amount of Protectorate and Legion. I'm just never going to be a Zerg player. Zerg, Grell, whatever it might be. If you have crap all over the ground, I don't want any part of it. All right, so looks like losing one of these Halo tanks right away. The other one taking a bit of damage. Yeah. Oh, my God, that's a lot of damage output. Some good range. He's coming down through this little choke, which does not look to be working. Oh, my God. Those Hellfires dealing so much damage right now. Just from those back lines. So ridiculous. It looks like he's just going to clean it up. And it does seem like our Protectorate player has done a very good job here, but he's actually getting reduced quite a bit. You can see the Thralls starting to come in and actually clear all this up. The Armored Thralls there with the sword hands getting on top of everything. Maybe like Super Zealots or something. Oh, man, the Moran Mothership going to fall. Saw a Chakru Crab in there as well. You got to have crabs in modern RTS, guys. Got to have it. Clackjaw, my bad. It's not a crab, it's a Clackjaw. Clackjaw, that's Tasteless's caster name in the old days. All right, so still a very Thrall-heavy army. Of course, a big part of Legion is playing around with those heroes. Getting 3 of them out as opposed to 1 from the other races. Loving them up a little bit more. They have some more upgrades and everything. A Griffin. Okay, that's another new one there. Okay. Dude, he really, really does have a lot of infantry here. All right, going to back up a little bit. Kiting. Good jump away there. Really am a fan. All right, backing up, and, well, dude, that fireball, just ridiculous. I do love that he just keeps jumping out with his Space Marines here. Trying to remember their name now. I don't know why my brain is fried on that. Some Valkyrie Hounds coming out. Normally you don't see those in the later game, but maybe just spamming out anything he can get at this point. Yeah, the Commando's starting to fall a bit. We do have one of these terror tanks coming out, which you can upgrade those turrets. He is upgrading a couple turrets right now. We'll see what turrets those are going to be. Look at this, man. This is actually quite a back and forth game. He's going to get some drop-offs. That's one of those top bar abilities. You can kind of make some extra units really quickly. Drop them right onto that field of battle. Does get to push him back for now. seems like the damage output has gotten very good for our Legion player. Tschjo really pushing him back. Yeah, and look at that. He does continue to just kind of drop out more units from this Maran mothership. And it looks like this is just about game. Like, we still have a lot of strong units left over here for Lazycat, but it seems like the damage output might be a little bit too much. Okay, I have to say something here. GG. One thing that I saw in this game that I kind of liked, if I could be so bold, I kind of liked how the splash damage worked. Like, the splash damage did badly hurt, like, some of these weaker units, but it didn't completely disable them. It didn't completely disable them. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't feel like, oh, splash damage is out, we can't have any tier 1 units anymore. We still had tier 1 units. They still made impacts, but they were countered pretty well. So, yeah, there was just something about it that felt better than a lot of RTS games.